Sometimes it's just simply about settling the decision in your heart. And then as you settle the decision in your heart, it now sets you on this trajectory, if you will, to accomplish your goals. And some things you're going to learn along the way. Yeah, I said some things you're going to learn along the way. Some things you're going to get your answer along the way. You're not going to always have all of the answers at the beginning. You're not going to always be in the proper position. You're not going to always feel like doing something. Man, what is going on, everybody? What is going on? It's Wade's Word of the Day. Wade's Word of the Day, man. So grateful and thankful to be hanging out with each and every one of you. Hey, why don't you do me a favor? Go ahead, hit that stars button real quick. Yeah, help us to do what we do here in this space. We see you, Duchess. We see you, Shakira. Everybody right now, go ahead, tag, text, and tell somebody. Matter of fact, go crazy on those hearts and those likes, because every time you share this thing out, you hit those hearts, you hit those likes, it causes that algorithm to do what it needs to do to get some other folk into the place. So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds just to go crazy on that, invite somebody in while I do the same thing. Y'all know what it is. It's Wednesday night, 10/12, hump day. And I'm here tonight to help you to get over the hump. Yeah, with what we affectionately call Wade's Word of the Day. Y'all know in this space, we don't tear down, we lift up, we encourage. So we ain't here to talk about nobody, to down nobody, to gossip about nobody. Yeah, in this space, we want it to be a healing space. So, hey, we talk about all those things that are meaningful to us, right? Our mental, making sure that our minds are right. Because if your mind ain't right, you ain't right. Our physical body. So we believe in physical fitness and all of those good things, right? Walking, exercising, trying to eat right, all of that good stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And then certainly the baseline of everything we do, spirituality. We believe that we need to be connected with He who knows all things, He who sees all things, and He who makes all things well. Anybody picking up what I'm putting down? So if you're about that life, if you're about that life, about encouraging one another, lifting up one another, strengthening one another, sharing with one another, communing and communicating with one another, then you need to tell somebody about Wade's Word of the Day. Yeah, you need to do that. Kind of thirsty. Man, nice little thermos and everything, right? So, hey, I'm excited about tonight. I'm grateful and thankful that you all are in the space as well. Did I tell you to hit that stars button? Yeah, every time you hit the stars button, 50 cents. 50 stars represent 50 cents. That don't cost you that much, It ain't that hard. So make sure that you do that real quick. Tonight, I want to kind of talk a little bit about this. I want to ask you this question tonight. But first of all, go ahead and share where you're watching from. Yeah, go ahead and share where you're watching from. But I want you to think about this one thing tonight. What is your personal vision statement? What is your personal vision statement? Let me write that for you all. What is your personal? Go ahead and drop it in the comment section. Even if, do you even have one? Is that something that you're even thinking about? What is your personal vision statement for your life? Let me drop that in the right here. What is your personal vision statement for your life? There it is. Are you even thinking about that? Does that, even matter to you? What is your personal vision statement for your life. I talk about vision a lot, and oftentimes when we think about vision, we think about it within the context of some sort of structure or entity, a business, a church, something along that line. But the reality is, you should have a personal vision statement for your own life. That statement just speaks about what you're about. What is your values? What are your morals? How do you see life? How do you see the world? It's that thing that drives you and motivates you and causes you to do what it is that you do. It's your kind of line of demarcation, if you will. It keeps you focused, it keeps you locked in. But the problem is, many of us, we may be a part of something that has a vision statement. We may work at a job that has a vision statement. We may go to a church that has a vision statement, but oftentimes we don't have our own personal vision statement for our lives. If somebody was to walk up to you and say, man, what are you about? Would you be able to articulate it in like 30 seconds of flat? What makes you who you are? What drives you? What motivates you? What causes you to do what it is that you do? Well, why is that important? Why is that important? Have you ever driven a car where the wheels were out of alignment? Have you ever driven a car where the wheels were out of alignment? Yeah, just if you have, just say yay, no. Just say yes or no, yay or nay. If you ever been in a car where the wheels are out of alignment. What happens when the wheels are out of alignment, for those of you who drive and all of that? So what happens is you're trying to keep the car straight, but the car wants to veer either left or right because the wheels are out of alignment. And it takes so much energy to go in the direction that you want to go because the tires, if you will, are taking you to the right or to the left, and you're spending so much energy trying to get the car back moving in the direction that you want to go. And so even though you're trying to keep the car in the middle of the road, if you will, it keeps pulling. As my grandfather used to say, it keeps pulling to the left or to the right. This is what happens when you drive a car that's out of alignment. Yeah, you're trying to stay straight. You're trying to go in the direction that you want to go in, but because something is malfunctioning, if you will, it pulls you off course. It pulls you to the left or to the right of where it is that you're trying to go. Can I suggest tonight that's kind of what happens when you don't understand the vision for your life? When you're not clear, when you're not in sync with yourself. See, we spend a whole lot of energy kind of worried about what course somebody else is on. We give a lot of energy to that. We give a lot of energy to that. This is how, this is why we love gossip stuff so much, because we pay attention to what's happening with other people failing to realize that maybe we're traveling down a road and our wheels are not aligned. And it's causing us to move from the direction, the purpose, the plan, the goals for our lives, because we are pulling or being pulled to the left and to the right, oftentimes so concerned about somebody else's course. Anybody picking up what I'm putting down? We give a lot of energy to that. We give a lot of energy to worrying about somebody else's cause and somebody else's situation, and we don't give enough attention to ours. So when you have a personal vision statement, it keeps you on track with what you're supposed to be doing. In a real way, it kind of helps you to understand, that I need to take time. Yeah, twice a year, time to mind my business and time to stay out of somebody else's. It reminds me, hey, you need to be, pushing towards this. And when you have that personal vision statement, when you are clear about what it is you're supposed to be doing, you're not easily swayed off course. Because here's the reality: most people fail to realize that at the end of the day, your life is your life. Their life is their life. And though they may not understand why you are moving the way that you're moving, in some cases, they may not even agree how you're moving. But at the end of the day, it's your life. And your vision statement causes you to be like them brothers, like that brother who refused to come down off of the wall, even though the Sanballahs and the Tobiahs of his life, these were all haters who were trying to convince him, your goal is to build this wall, but you will never build this wall. But because he was clear, Nehemiah, that's what I'm talking about. He was clear about what he was supposed to be doing. He couldn't be pulled off of his path, and he could not be pulled off of his vision. See, when you're not clear about who you are, and being clear about who you are helps you to recognize that, listen, you don't need everybody liking you. You just need some of the right folk liking you, who want to be connected with you. And that's hard for us sometimes. That's hard for us to understand because, most of us think, everybody comes to stay. No, some folk only hang around with you because of what you can offer. As soon as you stop offering that, they're gone. Some people come in your life just for a season to help you to maybe get to that next place. They're not there for a lifetime. They're there for a moment. Just like what happens with the job, attrition. The same thing happens in our lives. Everybody don't come to stay. Some people show up because they simply see you doing something and they're nosy. Some people simply show up in your life because they're haters, and their sole purpose is to cause you to pull to the left and to pull to the right, and not to stay locked in and focused on the direction that you're supposed to be going. But when you understand your personal vision for your life, when you understand what you're supposed to be doing, you're not easily swayed off course. You're not moved by every wind that comes. You don't trip because somebody said something crazy about you, because you understand, hey, listen, you ain't that blessed if you ain't got no haters. You ain't that blessed if you ain't got no haters. Haters are an indication that you're about something. I need to let you know that tonight. That that means somebody is paying attention to what you're doing. You follow what I'm saying? And so people who don't understand the power of a personal vision become like somebody riding down the road and their wheels are not aligned. They're working so hard to move in the direction that they're going, but because they have not done the maintenance, they find themselves struggling because they're being pulled to the left or being pulled to the right, pulled off of purpose, pulled off of direction because they're not clear about where they're trying to go. And I just want to help somebody tonight. You need to get clarity around where you're trying to go, not to make me happy, not to make your neighbor happy, not to make your friend happy, but so that you can be happy. And it's not always this big thing. Sometimes it's just being clear about who you are, comfortable with who you are. Recognizing that, hey, sometimes I've got to make changes, recognizing that sometimes I've got to fall back, recognizing that sometimes I've got to press forward, recognizing who you are, what moves you, what frustrates you, what challenges you, and then being honest about it. Not faking the funk, not pretending like certain things don't affect you, but being clear about who you are. See, vision is not just simply about being vision. Vision is not simply about being busy, but it's about being clear about where you're going. Because just doing something don't necessarily mean that you're, moving in the right direction. So take some time. Get some clarity around who you are, what your talents, what your gifts and what your abilities are, what you bring to the table, what you're bringing to the world. Because I would argue tonight that God has placed in all of us value and the capacity to do something great in this life. Now, greatness is subjective. In other words, what I believe that I'm doing may not, and believe that is great, may not be what somebody else might think is great. It's all subjective. But if you know who you are, you're moving in the direction and the purpose and the plan that you have been designed for. You're making an impact in your collective environment, and you operating in greatness. If you are fulfilling the challenge of your life, then you're moving in greatness. You're being all that you can be. And I'm talking about really being all that you can be. And you're moving in greatness. So stop worrying about what's happening in somebody else's life and what's happening on somebody else's road. First, take care of the maintenance so that when you are on the road, you can move in the direction that you're supposed to be moving in. And you won't be easily moved from the left to the right. But you can be locked in and focused and move towards your destiny, walking in your best self. Man, that's what I'm believing for you. That's what I want to see happen with you. That's what I'm here trying to encourage you to do. Because when you become your best self, then you have the capacity to add to others. Yeah, add to others, not always taking from others, but add to others. So, what is your vision statement for your life? Yeah. What do you want to be? Who are you? It's in you. I just believe tonight you're going to move in greatness. I'm done. I hope that this word has added value to your life on tonight. If it really has, make sure that you text, tag, and tell somebody. Yeah, that you share with somebody. We're here every night, we're here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. We call it Way's Word of the Day. Listen, check out this new little jingle I put together. I'm going to play it. Then y'all let me know if you're feeling it on the back end. I'm going to come back. I ain't mad. You know what I mean? When I do what I do, hey, I love what I do. Hope that you love it too. If you don't, it's all good because I love it. Check it out. Let me know if you're feeling it. Here we go. Taking place, breaking norms, setting trends. Way's Word of the Day. Uncontained, making space, cultivating grace. Yeah. Space, converging minds on the same page, every day, every way. Word of the day. Word of the day. Conversation. Yeah, I'm out of here. I love y'all so much. Let me know if you're feeling that real quick. Just drop in the comments section. Hey, I love y'all so much. Make sure that you tell somebody we'll be back here Friday night, 8 p.m. Make sure you text, tag, and tell somebody. I'm out. Love you so much. Peace. Yeah.